Yeah. So, this is a fun one. We can go over this bullshit again. If you weren't around Dignity when this shit was popping off, it was something. Everyone had an opinion. Everyone was angry for some reason or another. And I found it hilarious. So, being the provocative piece of shit that I am, let's go over it again. This is Goose versus Benny. And yeah, I'll be as nice as I can. Which isn't all that nice. To everybody on your dick, no homo. Crazy how you could go from being Choflo. To everybody on your dick, no homo.
Lights, action, cameras flashing. $1 worth of dime pieces ready for smashing.
You know me, so let's get the introduction, cause it ain't even necessary. If you ain't a friend of me, then you're an enemy, so keep that same energy and continue being an adversary. Word to Gates, I'll put that metal to him who wanna meddle in my affairs. Ain't no fair ones, you wanna fade, you'll catch a blade. After the cut, it's too late to retreat, just recede. Nigga, you're losing here. Dead nigga.
Alright. There were a couple, like, sub punches or whatever the fuck that were decent. The ending punch was goofy. Losing hair, losing here. That's a stretch and a half. And I don't know, I don't fuck with that one. A bit too fast. A bit too all over the place, congested to start out, in my opinion. But I mean, I guess due to the general energy going into the battle, it kind of makes sense. That wasn't the worst, but it wasn't the best way to start. So,
nigga, don't want to go in that box? Oh, you going for sure. Like when the police tap the top of the car and tell you to just sit tight. Think we served you up this dish? Sorry, cheese, but he's gonna have discomfort finishing his food. Overbite. You died before. You died before. I'm talking body physically, not this earth, but you're still here in spirit. I'm battling a rapping ghost. Poltergeist. I let Fire God escape a death sentence once, Charlie twice, anti-ambidextrous. Shutting everything else up that's left in hand. Yeah, that sounds just about right. This battle's about to get...
Not great. Pretty overcongested. Not the strongest punches I've ever heard from Mr. Goose.
Real ugly. Yo, grandma on a wake up. Benny versus Goose, this shit is a bag of Chex Mix. It's some kind of mix-up. Cause I'm gonna smoke whoever stand in front of me, as well as I should. Was going through a phase, they was telling me to give up. And seeing myself do that, I never could. While you was at home writing raps about how if a nigga disrespect you, you filling them with hot lead from the steel, I was getting attempted murder dropped to assault with a deadly weapon because I used a hammer instead of a gun. Literally about to beat a nigga to death for my respect for real.
Real life.
So talk to me nice.
Real life boy. Real life.
So talk to me nice, or I'll be asking the location to your hood. First time using this gun. So how good's can...
So, the message of that one line was pretty fire. And it was kind of a hard line. It just wasn't. If it was said cleaner and it ran together a little better, it would have sounded a lot harder and would have hit a lot harder. But I'd say that was the first, like, good punch so far. I fuck with that.
Can I really be with this Gage? Like Gage versus Goods. But nah.
That's kind of a goofy line in front of Gage, nonetheless, too. It's a little attention-seeky, not gonna lie. But the way that was written, I actually feel like I should run it back a couple seconds. Just because, like, it was written really, really well.
I'm using this gun. So how goods can I really be with this gauge? Like gauge versus goods. But
Okay, so how goods can I be with this gauge? Like gauge versus goods. The way it's written, as far as like aesthetically, and flipping the words around to have slightly different meaning, and like it's back to back. Like you didn't say how good can I be with this gauge and then like have like three more sentences and then get to that. Like it was back to back and it just was aesthetically nice. The bar itself was kind of weak, but if you wrote all your bars that quick and to the point, that like back to back setup punch, the using the wordplay, using the same words in different ways right after another like that, essentially that like that's a good line with only like two sentences to it, or a good written line with only two sentences to it. How good am I with the gauge? As good as gauge versus goods. Yeah, the bar itself is a little weird, though. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a little like, It's not the worst, but again, like the way it's written is a lot better than like the actual message of that bar, is what I'm saying. So yeah, like imagine if he took the hammer one and wrote it in a way similar to that had like some wordplay to it and was like really quick and to the point. That would have been a huge fucking haymaker. So yeah, just like use the outline of that in other places, and I think that'd be really fire.
no, he's a family man like myself. I don't want to take him from his kids. So like a detour, I'm going to take a different route. Let him live to see another day. So I'm going to just leave him like a few of my battles. Now ask me what that means.
What that mean?
Choked out. I
Black Let's go. These niggas think.
That's a kind of funny, self-deprecating line. I fuck with it. Not a huge fan of the ask me what that means thing. We've kind of used that to death, to be honest. It's getting a little old, that tactic.
Since I had a turbulent 2019, word to Ines that this would be a cakewalk. That's nonsense. I'm about to show you there's no similarities in our correspondence. I got a gun connect from overseas, told him I need to overkill something. Next day, received a box of volume shit. I opened it up, I raised him up. Oh, I'm about to act a maverick with these 2 seconds. Luka Doncic. Where your girl at?
I missed a bit of the setup, but from what I caught, that was pretty fire. I fuck with that. That's a sports bar though, so if you don't fuck with, basketball, you don't get it, and that's kind of the thing with references. But I mean, I fuck with basketball, so I like it. Anyone who doesn't fuck with basketball is probably not understanding that. But other than that, I mean, the way it was written, the punchline, you could have set the setup a little clearer, and it would have probably landed a little harder. But other than that, it might have just been my fault. I might have just misheard it.
Listen up, bitch. It's gonna be a miracle if your underdeveloped boy make it out of this alive with some type of skill. That's a miracle, baby. Thinking he can outperform or outbar me, lad gotta be fifth floor type of crazy. I gets busy, like Maxwell Street Police on 75th and State Street after hours. If digging these rosters, let's go.
All three of those lines weren't great separately, but the way they're kind of flowing together is working nicely.
After hours. If Diddy these rosters were Chicago skyscrapers, I stand the tallest out the bunch. Woo! Now that's a Sears Tower. Indefinite green light. I'm always on go. That's only one round down, bitch. I got 2 more to go.
The Sears Tower bar was kind of goofy. Maybe it was just the way he said it. And part of my problem with the way Goose raps is he kind of rushes his words a little too much. Like, it's not just like rapping fast, because he doesn't rap fast all the time. It just seems like his setups are a little congested sometimes. Like, you could drop a couple words and have it a little more like understandable. Like, I'm sure they make sense written down, but find a way to use less words. There's always a way to like use less words or more words in a sentence to make it fit the way you want it to rhythmically. Other than that, though, some pretty decent punches. Kind of a slowish start, then he got going, and definitely some good bits to it, but definitely some mediocre bits too. And kind of the same problems I've always had with Goose, of just overly long setups, and kind of rushing through the setups to where the punchlines are usually pretty good, or at least decent from Goose. It's just if he fucks the setup up, it ruins the punchline. And yeah, so other than that, he got through it pretty clean. He got all of his punches out, and for the most part, the punches worked. So didn't sound too bad too. Just, slight little critiques that would have made the punches a lot heavier. So, yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Solid round. Hey, do not gas, bro. Solid. Don't gas.
Benny, fight back.
Get him back, Benny.
Hey, y'all got me feeling like a prime Shaq. It's a back down. I'm gonna smack him, sir. He too mean.
So, I know he's gotten like a lot of shit for that. I don't think it's like a huge thing. I think it's just one, if Goose like straight up fucking popped him in the mouth after that, we all would have been like, yeah, bro, like, I don't know, Goose would have been in the right to fucking punch you. But luckily Goose was professional and, just took it. He looks more mad that he might have spilled some of his Powerade than anything. But the problem is now, from like, if I was Benny in that perspective, it's, you did it to Goose, who's, no disrespect to Goose, he's just not like really known for like being a fighty guy or like being a stocky big dude. You know what? He's average sized, average build. And let's be honest, he's like probably 2/3 to half your weight. Now you kind of got to keep that energy with everyone, and not everyone knows the whole, these two were just weirdly talking crazy shit that didn't make sense most of the time for months beforehand, which still doesn't justify doing it, but whatever. And I wouldn't be surprised if someone was like, now you got to do that to me. And if they're like a big motherfucker and you do it and then they just punch you in the mouth, it's like, or just like anything could happen. I don't know. There's plenty of situations where they can make you look goofy for doing it here and not in other places or whatever. The bar itself though was actually pretty decent. I actually fuck with the bar. If he did that a little lighter and didn't like send Goose flying off the fucking screen, it would have been just, you know, a bit of I fuck with the energy of like, you know, pushing each other around. But I don't know, at the end of the day, we're not trying to have a fucking, you know, Royal Rumble at the event. So yeah, if he did it lighter, that I actually would say that was a pretty fire bar. It just like the amount that he pushed him totally took away from it, to where it's like, one, it kind of took attention away from what he was even saying, and then two, I can see how it would take attention away from what he's going to say, because now people are just like, all right, are we like gonna fight? Like, there's an energy now. You know what I'm saying? But anyway.
Dr. Doolittle, I'm here to talk to the birds. That's right.
Let's go!
It's wild.
They're overacting a bit, yeah, but Dr. Doolittle talked to the bird. It's okay. It's not the greatest, it's not horrible. I don't know. I've heard like Dr. Doolittle bars before. I don't think it's like as insane as we're acting here, but it's not a horrible line.
Talk to the bird. This round,
That's what I'm talking about.
this round is for everyone watching at home thinking this don't make sense.
It don't.
Should I agree? But this battle with holds a purpose. Just think of this battle like parking your car under a tree full of pigeons.
Why?
Because I know we all sick of this bird shit. Heard you? Heard you? Heard.
I mean, that doesn't really explain why. I guess, alright, we're sick of his shit. So, I mean, you're going to rap at him? Okay. I guess I'll give that an okay. The actual, like, punch line itself, though, and, like, the setup of it, was like, when you keep parking under a tree, we're all getting sick of this bird shit. It's like, I've never had that problem personally. Because if there's a tree with birds in it and they keep shitting on my car, I just don't park under that tree anymore, you know, or I get the birds out of the tree. I mean, I don't know, it doesn't seem like an issue that's really an issue. But okay, it's a little goofy is what I'm saying. Okay, we're sick of this bird's shit. There could have been a better setup for that, is what I'm saying there. You didn't have to, like, park under a tree that, you know, is full of birds constantly shitting on your car. That just seems like, you know, you don't know how to move your car or some issue on your own. Other than that, I guess the punchline itself wasn't bad either.
Heard you was talking crazy in the other chat, bringing up my health with your bitch ass. See, that's nothing to play with. But you niggas be on some gay shit and hide behind battle rap with your bitch ass. See, I didn't make a post because I wanted you to know in person that I will really beat your bitch ass. And see, my girl got the pipe, but she don't fight. And I brought my sister to beat your bitch ass. Now what you wanna do?
I don't know, I feel like that's one of those bars that every battle rapper has written some version of, to be honest. Like, I don't know. I know I've straight up written, like, I'll beat your bitch ass and then I'll beat your bitch ass. Like, is like, not only has everyone written it, I'm sure I've heard better versions of it. I'm sure everyone in the crowd has written a better version of it. Like, let's just be honest. That's a pretty novice bar to start out with. And then it was just kind of over. Like, my bitch has the pipe, but she don't fight. Like, I guess, I don't know. On a beat, maybe that would, like, round it out, but in a battle, like, you didn't really have to add that. It doesn't add to the line. It doesn't really mean anything important. You know, you could have just cleaned that up. Like, if you're gonna use that bar, it could have been a lot cleaner and better. I just don't think it's that original of a bar, to be honest.
Hey, and I brought my sister. I brought my sister to beat your bitch ass. Now what you wanna do? Word to YDB, these tools legit. We got plenty hounds. And I'm ready to start some home improvement. Yeah, I execute. I feel like Martha Stewart how I prep for Goose. 3 months I've been looking to cook this nigga. But after binge watch.
Okay, real quick. The home improvement hammer line. Again, I've heard it before. It could have been better. I mean, home improvement hammers, I guess they're loosely related. I don't know if he brought up, like, Tim Allen or anything to do with the show. If not, it's kind of goofy. Even if so, it's kind of unoriginal as well. Let's hear this Martha Stewart bar, though.
Watching Food Network, I learned that if you let the bird sit, it make a better stew. You think?
I'm not even gonna, like, get mad at Benny here. I'm kind of mad at the crowd. What are y'all reacting to there? Because I don't think he was. I don't think that was the punchline. And if it was, what the fuck does that mean, bro? Like, I don't know. If you let the bird sit. Okay, so, like, during waiting for the battle, it makes a better stew. Like he's stewing, I guess. So the longer he sits, the more he stews. I mean, I feel like I'm giving a lot of credit to that bar that you might not have meant. But if that is what you meant, not bad. Just could have been worded a lot better to make that a little more obvious and just, you know, make it make more sense in terms of as a bar and a real on face value sentence. Other than that, it just sounds like you're talking about, you know, making a stew. And honestly, I don't never mind. It's just like the whole bird goose thing. It's a bit weird of an angle when there was like a whole personal bit between them, you know? Like, it's fine to do name flips, but the name flips aren't really meaning anything other than, like, hey, birds and gooses are things, and, you know, sometimes we eat gooses, sometimes birds shit on cars. It's like, alright, I mean, I guess these are weird, generalized observations about his name, but it just seems like, with all the build up to it and everything, he could have like talked about, you know, Goose a little more personally, a little more, and not even like personal, like you don't got to get into his like personal life or nothing, just like address the issue more. And then like he kind of brought up like why are we battling, but then like never truly answered that. And I don't know, not horrible, but not really great. So
You think, do you think because you say you one of the guys that make you credible, that's like Mayweather writing a letter and that shit legible? You bitch made. You bitch made. Know your type very well. You very frail. You on a high horse coupe. It's only right you catch around like a carousel. Yo, Molly, this your golden goose? Well, if this Little Red Riding's Hood and Sleep is Beauty, just know it ain't a Mother Goose fairy tale. I'm torturing his soul. What?
Keep going.
His soul.
Yeah, that was, I can't even like look for a real reason why. Like that was just goofy. I mean, I guess if you wanted to use the whole Mother Goose fairy tale thing, it's just the way you kind of just listed the names of things. You didn't really break them down in like a way that was a double entendre or double meaning or anything. It just, here are fairy tales, and there was a whole thing about like Mother Goose fairy tales existing and shit, and I don't know. And then like in terms of like a battle, what is that like really saying? Like I mean you're vaguely implying violence, I think, but like you're not really like, I don't know. It was kind of just a goofy bar all the way around.
Yeah, I'm torching his soul. She'll let you tell it, bitch. You been on the road. He say he smoked the flash too hot. Think he put in enough work to get in with folks? Yeah, you travel trying to fit in with party people. You should have took a more conservative road. You was spoon fed your last one. I'm gonna fucking you.
Again, it seems like they're overreacting to what could be a setup, but it isn't really a punch or anything really being said there.
Fucking you up. Hey, yeah, you travel, man. Don't even. You travel trying to fit in with party people. You should have took a more conservative. You were spoon fed your last two bodies. Bitch, now you made it to the fork in the road. Heard you were made men for the. Heard you were made men for.
You were spoon-fed your last two battles. Now you're at a fork in the road. Nah, Chief. I'm sorry. You're just listing silverware. And, like... Okay. That doesn't really mean shit. Yeah, trying to be nice, but that's just not a good bar. Doesn't mean a fucking thing. And then like, I don't know, you could have used a knife somewhere in there. It just seems like if you were gonna use spoons and forks, I mean the fork in the road, but spoon fed, I don't know. It's just like, spoons and forks. Those are things, like that are kind of associated with each other. That constitutes a bar, right? It's like, nah, fam, nah, not around here. And, like, I don't know who the fuck's reacting to shit in the back. Like, y'all need to chill the fuck out. And don't be giving dignity a bad name like that, bro. Like, yo, you can come around here and rap about silverware and we'll just go crazy. It's like, nah, fam, we need to hold a higher standard than that.
For the night. Nigga, I need an answer. You do know I killed 2 of them niggas already. I turned Suave into Casper. ABM got the business too. Now as you getting damaged, equal ass.
Yeah, I mean, he's just saying like, oh, I beat people. Which one have you seen the battles? It's like, that's debatable. And then 2, there's not really bars in there. He's just like, oh, I beat them. And, you know, I turned him into Casper, which is like, you know, a saying for a ghost, which is like, a ghost is like a dead person. And a dead person, like, he's not actually dead, but, you know, it's an exaggeration for how bad I beat him. Even though, like, there was a whole thing about how, like, the battle was super close and kind of trash overall. And, you know, this isn't a bar about ghosts or Casper or anything. It's just, like, alright, bro. It's like, none of this is fucking meaning anything.
Because you know what's good for the goose?
It's good for the gander.
Like, that could be an awesome punchline. I'll give him that. But, like, everything going up to that made no sense, had nothing to do with... Like, if you built it up like, I don't even, like, what would that mean? Like, what is good for Goose? And then how does the gander being, like, I guess the rest of Dignity, all his friends, like, who's the gander? How do they benefit from whatever Goose is benefiting from? Which is what that saying means. But, like, I get it rhymes with everything you said before that, but the problem is, everything you said before that doesn't mean shit. So, in context of everything you're saying, it doesn't mean shit. Like, it's like, his name is Goose, and that's a saying. It's like, really, fam, that's all we need to do to get reaction? Is just, like, that's not even really a name flip yet. Like, that's, like, that's what most battlers would write down in their notebook as, like, an idea to expand upon later. You know what I mean? Like, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Remember that, and then build on that. And, like, but no, it's just like, that's a thing. His name is Goose. And, like, everything before it had nothing to really do with Goose. Nothing had anything to do with the bar. So it's just like, alright, his name is Goose and it rhymes. And that's a saying. It's like, there's really no meaning to that fucking line, though. It doesn't fucking make Goose look bad. It doesn't make you look cool. It doesn't do shit, dude. Like, it's not, like, overly complex. It's not anything. I don't know.
Keep going, Venom. Hold it down, hold it down.
At first this didn't make sense. But then it dawned in an instant. You never see a bird by its name. It's always a flock of you bitches. You niggas be on some lame shit.
Like, I don't know. The flock thing, it's like, these are like things that most people would use as like a setup or a sub punch that leads up to something bigger. But like, that's just kind of the punch there, is like, there's a flock of you bitches. Get it? Because, like, you know, gooses are birds and birds are usually in a flock. And it's like, alright, bro, this is embarrassing. I don't know. That's the only word I can really use for it, is it's embarrassing to see, like, people I'm kind of low-key cool with be like, yo, that's fire. It's like, bro, I've heard you guys say fucking better shit than that. Don't be doing that to yourself.
You niggas be on some lame shit. You bitches can't be from the streets with all that play shit. If I tell you this nickel will hit him dead in the middle and lift a bird, it ain't a name flip. This a body. It's a body in the first degree. This a body in the first degree.
It ain't a name flip. I don't know. I don't think that fucking meant shit either. But I might just be getting jaded from the last couple bars. It's like an almost a line, but not quite.
Before your pride, land, and dignity, you shall learn from me. Things I do is God. I see I gotta take this shit back to the nursery. Cause after I kill the king, no matter how much you hate it, the bird still gotta work for me, nigga.
I don't get the reference, and it just sounds a little goofy, so... I mean, maybe if I got the reference, that would be a good line. It didn't sound bad. So I'll give the benefit of a doubt on that, but other than that, like, half of that shit did not mean a fucking thing. Alright, so comparing first rounds, it seems like when Goose is bad, it's just kind of clustered and not aesthetically pleasing and just not like an overly cool bar. Goose still has like punches that are like creative and not obvious, but like he's still kind of rapping to Benny a little bit more. And then like the good parts were a little more good. And yeah, just like not even being a dick to Benny here, but like it's just like what did make sense. And like I know he's gonna be like, oh yeah, you didn't get it because I was talking gang shit the whole time. And it's like, cool, yeah, whatever. Home Improvements, definitely gang shit. But yeah, what did make sense was alright at best. And then there was a lot of shit that was just very unoriginal and has been said a million times, or like something that every fucking battle rapper has written at some point. And yeah. So personally, I'd say 1-0 Goose at this point.
Ass nigga, your goat. And I'm too on Goose. Little ass nigga.
Fucking mud, you hear me? Hold on. Listen, y'all niggas is betting money.
You Ron Sprinkler sounding ass bitch. This weed was probably looking good to you before the coin was tossed. No matter how good of a job you do to fit in Goose, you ended up on this highlight reel getting mossed. I got this backyard looking like a concentration camp. Don't beat and torture my op to death. Not gonna stop until the life in them has been exhausted. No, I'm saying black on black crime. It's Adolf Hitler exterminating you. So fuck a battle. Lad, this is your Holocaust. Boy, you gotta...
Alright, let's pause there. Holocaust, like what, that doesn't really mean anything either, honestly. Hating Jew, that's a little weird. Let's not hate Jewish people. Let's chill on that. Everything before that, again, was pretty congested and clustered. Could have been slowed down. There was a couple parts that I was like, oh, I think that might be a bar, but I don't know if I missed something. and then like he's already off to like the next part, and it just seems like if you're gonna like do that, like, I don't know, just it could be slowing down a little bit. Other than that, though, yeah, not the greatest start to his second round here, to be honest.
Romax, dorm like county jail type of style. No balls. I couldn't get through none of your battles. Your rounds were like a homo comment made by a heterosexual male to another. Before hearing another word, I had to pause. Mister, what the fuck you talking about? Go see what the fuck I'm talking.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's kind of a goofy bar. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. I have to pause. It's just the whole, like, from one heterosexual man to another. It's a bit, like, clinical in description, you know what I mean? I don't know if that's as much of a setup as just a description of the way a word is used in a certain context. Like, okay, it's okay. I can fuck with it. It's just not great. But yeah.
Talking about. I'm talking 2022 at all. Because if death is of the essence, I'm gonna kill these niggas expeditiously. I ain't got no time to stall. That lossy feeling in his chest is his heart. Right, y'all can hit
I can't see everyone in the crowd here. Alright, like, Dignity. If you're gonna go to a Dignity event, please, like, here's the thing. Be supportive of the battlers. If they say something good, react. But don't just react out of nowhere. And then, like, don't just react because you hear other people reacting. Because it gets a little embarrassing trying to be, like, a fucking Dignity battler and be like, hey, look at my home. And then everyone's just, like, reacting mid-sentence on, like, a setup bar. And it's like, alright, guys, let's chill out a bit. Chill out a bit. Because Goose, I don't know. Goose has definitely said way better things up to this point that did not get even half of this reaction. But it just seems, like, really weird and inconsistent, and I don't know what's going on with the crowd in here, so I'm just gonna try to ignore those motherfuckers. I mean, I usually do, and I usually can. It's just like when their reaction is so fucking out of place, it's hard not to notice and be like, what the fuck are they reacting to? And then, like, I'm subconsciously like, did I miss something? And usually I'm not missing, like, that much shit, you know what I mean? So
Ain't nobody but that bitch ass.
I do kind of fuck with this energy, though. Like, this is, I guess, what my biggest, not biggest, but part of the problem with Benny's first, and kind of what's going on with Goose's second here too, is like the bars aren't really matching the energy that we're clearly seeing between them. They're not really addressing or answering why they don't like each other so much. It's just like, I don't like you, and then like a bunch of words that rhyme that don't really answer anything, And it's like the energy is there, but it doesn't seem like it's completely being capitalized on.
That lossy feeling in his chest is his heart. Man, that lossy feeling in his chest is his heart. So after this, he gonna need some time to regain his. Do all that tough talking online, then it's gonna be vent time. And those words then took a hiatus. Boy, you gonna sue who and what? The destination to your strap would have been Marvin Sapp. Never would have made it.
This is fire here. I like that bar, and I believe I like the bar that's either right after it or part of this same scheme. But it seemed like, I don't know, at that point it seemed like, oh, is Goose gonna stumble? And then he goes into like almost like a new switch where like everything up to this point was like, it's okay. And then just like, oh, is he stumbling? And then it just like, nope, fire. And it's like, I fuck with that. I fuck with that bar. And like the way he fucking said it and hit it was all nice. I fuck with it.
Fuck is you talking about? That loss he's feeling in his chest is his heart. So after this, he gonna need some time to regain his. Do all that tough talking online, then it come event time. And those words then took a hiatus. Boy, you gonna shoot who with what? Nothing. Destination to your strap would have been Marvin Sapp. Never would have made it. Because by the time tragedy struck, you would have been caught on the scene running with the nose. Viola Davis.
That's a reference line. And it, like, I don't know, it's like a pretty decently known reference, I think. But running with the nose, Viola, like, pretty fire. The flow of it, the fucking rhythmic pacing, aesthetically, everything, like that is how I want to see Goose rap at all times. That energy, that kind of like style, not too over congested. There was still a couple words that he probably could have taken out or reworded to clean it up a little bit, but it wasn't so audibly congested that like you couldn't make out certain things. Like I could understand every single word, everything was clear, and it was just a nice fucking punch with a nice like meaning to it. And like it's like kind of vaguely addressing like the shit talking, and yeah, very nice. I'd say that's probably the best couple bars so far. And it's all
How we talk, that talk ain't even close. Keep the social distance. I don't care your bracket. From now on, I'm checking everybody like a stimulus. I gave you.
I'm not gonna lie, I do think Goose was like one of the first, if not the first, to use that bar. I've heard a lot of people use it since, but like at the time that was actually pretty creative and pretty fire. And the stimulus, I forget what the rhyming word to stimulus was, but like it's kind of a loose rhyme, which sometimes bothers me, but it wasn't that bad. And like the setup had something to do with the punchline, and it was nice. I liked it. I like the last couple bars.
Hate all you want. I gave you the opportunity to do this shit. Everybody to rest and shine. That's easy or the harder way. But you like the Orlando Magic in '96, letting Shaq go for nothing. That is about to get fucked up because instead you rather do it the harder. What a coincidence.
I kind of missed a couple things there, but it sounded like I don't know. Maybe I don't want to sound too stupid, but kind of contradicting to the fact that I missed a couple things. I was actually thinking about this while he said it. The volume he's speaking at is definitely like the volume you should try to go for when you're in the yard, and just in general. Like in general, you should be about this volume that he's at. But especially in the yard, there's, not like walls to keep the audible reverb or whatever the fuck you want to call it in. And also I will say, like, Benny, one of his biggest skills is being loud. And projecting. So on like a volume level, this is a phenomenal battle. If you're just making sure you hear it, probably one of the best. But as far as content, we're still going over that. But yeah, I'm actually. It seemed like the first half of this round was kind of at best. But then he like hit a switch, and I'm really fucking with the second half of this round.
What a coincidence! You the one giving the shot and actually getting shot. Thinking more minutes helping you right for this battle will get you the win. It's gonna be just like you coming in the house and hitting that vape pen. Nigga, it's not. Fuck out of here. Hey, I like y'all battle.
Let's go, Benny.
Oh, I'm sorry, that was funny. Caught me off guard. I mean, I don't want to say it's a bad bar now that it made me laugh. It was funny, just not a great bar. Like the whole, oh, you have someone helping Ghost, right, or whatever, could have been a fire angle to go with. But then it just kind of, it was like a goofy end, but it was the end of his round, so, I definitely understand ending rounds on a more comedic note. It's always fun, always nice. I fuck with it. Yeah, so, as I said, first half of that round was, pretty fucking lackluster, and then the second half was pretty nice, actually. There were a couple, just good fucking lines in there. So, yeah.
For the past couple of battles, I've been getting flack because of my fucking lips until I draw on niggas. Now you know Daffy ain't ducking shit.
Let's go.
What? I want you, nigga.
I'm guessing you're Daffy in this bar, because you're the one with the lisp, and you're not ducking. I don't know what you're being accused of ducking because you have a lisp. I don't think people saying, hi, you have a lisp. I don't think the proper comeback is like, yeah, but I didn't duck the battle. It's like, okay, but you still have a lisp. It's not really a response. And like, is ducking, is that supposed to be like a flip on Goose? Goose and ducks aren't the same animal. Just gonna throw that out there. Okay, I mean, it kinda, again, is kind of a punch. It's something that if, like, explained better could have been a punchline, but it's like, alright, not really sensible in any way.
You. I know y'all thinking, like, what the fuck is this? No draft picks. Fuck Uncle Sam. When the mag kick, I'm just showing niggas my bucket list. The fuck is this? Like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this?
Yeah, that didn't make sense either, let's just be honest. That's not gang shit. Don't try that.
What you gonna say? My missus sucking dick? Better not. Or I'm smacking this whole life. Go get your brother, bitch. I'm that type. Go get your brother, bitch. I'm that.
I mean, it's not really a punchline to anything, though. It's not really like a line that makes sense or has anything to do with anything. Like, I know the saying, I know, like, what you're referencing to and all that shit, but, like, it doesn't, the way it's being used isn't, like, a flip on anything. It's not a play on the words. It's not, like, it barely is a reference to the setup that you just used for it. Like, it's just as, like, from a writing standpoint, you're not saying a fucking thing. Like, no information is being gained by the listener here. Nothing of value can be taken and, like, actually pointed to in the tangible world as an idea or thought. It's just like, okay, you said a bunch of words that rhyme and vaguely have to do with a goose. Other than that, you keep, like, being mean to him, like, in between, which is, like, interesting. And it's like, oh, why are they so angry? And that kind of energy can be fun to watch. But then when you just start saying, weird stuff that doesn't make sense and stuff about, birds shitting on your car and shit, it's just like, alright, not really saying nothing, though.
Tight. Disrespecting my fam gonna have me mad tight. Even though I never met bro in person, I'm picking up where you left off. So like a gentleman, your bitch going first. Nigga, I'm that nice, you fucking lame. You fucking lame. You fucking lame. Hey.
I let the bitch go first. I'm that nice. Kind of. Again, that's like a setup. That's a setup to something like, that could be fire. But it's like, not like a great punch or anything. Like, it's going down the right road to a punch, but I don't know.
You fucking lame, RP Nice. You fucking lame. Told bro I needed a plate. I'm getting hunger pains. Then I get another bitch on fire. This shit the hunger. Why we on the topic of birds? Why we on the topic of birds?
The Hunger Games line was okay. I'll give him that. Hunger Pains line was but I guess it served as a setup. So, two decent lines that kind of made sense. I kind of get what he was saying there. And, like, alright.
I hate your fucking name, Goose Straight. Only thing that you're telling the people that you are fucking gay. Ward killed you. Now they gave you the elephant.
Is that you're a fucking what? A date? What does that mean? I don't know. I didn't really get what he said there.
We got mud ties. After I smoke you, brims roll down on you. Bitch, that's a mudslide. I'm here for business. I'm here for business.
That was okay.
The state got me under the bad ball by act. Said fuck your gun. I just bring out the blades and thought, nigga, I'm too sharp for that. Chop them up. Get you right for the cut. It ain't no iron that you bitch with you cool. Just know if something trim or clipper, it'll do more than push a line in back. I'm scorching shit. What? Hey, I'm scorching shit.
Right.
Bitch, this bound for the culture. I couldn't force this shit. Get been out of shape. I came prepped with 2 arms behind the back like a contortionist. You fortunate.
Let's go! Let's go!
You fortunate.
2 arms behind the back like a contortionist. Do contortionists just put their arms behind their back? I mean, anyone can do that. I mean, I am not a flexible person by any fucking means, but I can put my arms behind my back. Yeah. Oh, look, there's one. Like, holy shit, I'm on my way. Going to a contortionist college tomorrow. That was kind of a weak one, but alright.
Fortunately, hey, you fortunately unfortunate. What I'm saying is, I'm killing you.
Fortunately unfortunate. I was about to compliment that, but then I thought about it, and it's like, no, that doesn't make sense, though. It sounded like he was doing, like, a bit of wordplay or a bit of, like, a thing like that, but then, like, he was just like, no, you can't, that's just two contradicting words. Like, you can use contradicting words as like a thing, but not to describe the same entity. That's not how that works. But okay.
You are giving up the game. So after this, you should hang it up, baby. I'm an abortionist. Speaking of babies, speaking of babies.
I don't think after abortion doctors give abortions, they like hang up the babies on like some kind of mantle or some shit. Like if you use like coat hanger or like hanger or something, like you don't really hang babies at any point during an abortion. That's not really how that works. I don't like, go in there, tie it like a slip knot for them to hang themselves and then like pull them out and I don't know, sorry, I went a little graphic there. It's a little fetus hanging from the umbilical cord. I had to throw some. I mean, if that's what he's alluding to, that's fire. That's a fire bar then. I'm gonna make it fire. If we're just gonna say shit that doesn't make sense, I'm gonna start adding my own like headcanon, my own lore into the mix. Help you out there, buddy.
You don't get it, I know. Speaking of babies, do you love your kids?
You don't get it. I mean, I got it, but because I have a pause button and a weird imagination, no one else is gonna get that. I'm sorry.
Question is that I love my kids too. Did y'all know in America over 800,000 children are missing a year? So something happened in the mines is one of my fears too. Long story short, next time you build the fort, grab onto your shorties and hold them dead, dude. Because your childish ways can get your kid napped. And after that...
What is this, a fucking PSA commercial? Like, what the fuck? I mean, I guess, like, your childish ways can get your kids napped was alright. Again, like, the kid napped thing, I feel, is, like, something everyone's written before, or like, some version of. Your childish ways was a nice, like, addition. That was okay. I can fuck with that. The whole, like, did you know 800,000 children go missing each year? So my children going missing is one of my fears. Like, I mean, I guess that's a fear for every parent, It's cool you have like studies and statistics. I don't know why you have to bring the statistic up. It has nothing to do with Goose. Nothing we're saying has anything to do with Goose. And I mean, I guess if you just skipped the weird PSA part and replaced it with something not weird to put in, like, to this context, like the ending punchline was okay. I fuck with it. I've definitely punched children in my battles. I mean, not metaphor, like whatever. Lyrically, I have lyrically punched children before. One time I did it in a freestyle, and ironically, Benny thought like I was talking about his kids and flipped out. But when I wasn't even talking about his kids, but it's just funny how he like flips out over that shit and then uses shit like that. And low-key, he probably got inspired by my line when he wrote that shit, but okay. Everything he does, I should get credit for, is what I'm saying. It was okay. The end line was good. Everything before that was just, like, weird and kind of cringy to put into battle.
Under no condition can you comb out the issue, nigga. Time. It's one word. Hey, we're gonna bring I'ma fuck one of y'all up. On God. Whoever, I'ma fuck y'all up. And I'll put that on everything.
Yep. Benjamin, you guessed it. I came prepped for this. You can hear it in my cadence. And judging by my attire, you can see I came dressed for this. Now, if I tell it, this is a $500 battle. You ain't just give me your name for the hell of it. Ain't none of these motherfuckers in the yard my acquaintances. And the meaning is that there's an obvious problem or difficult situation that people do not want to talk about. Yet you'll go on and rap about, nigga, that is not the definition of addressing the elephant. Was asked about how
Real quick, I gotta say, fucking 2-0 Goose already. I don't know, dude, like, most of Benny's fucking bars don't make sense. And, like, he's yelled at me and been like, oh, it's gang shit, so you wouldn't understand. It's like, well, here's the thing. It's not. None of that was really gang shit. Like, you're making references to, like, 90s TV shows and, like, weird shit like that. Like, and that's the shit I don't like. Like, I wish you did a little more gang shit, honestly. Like, that could be fire if you actually did that. But, like, I don't know, going over your first 2 rounds, there were maybe, like, 1 or 2 kind of gang-ish bars. I don't even wish you did more of that. It's just, like, if you're gonna say that, like, that's a decent, like, fucking thing to say then. Like, if you did that, but you don't, it's not gang shit. Other than that, it's just like, if it made more sense, maybe there could be, like, something to the punches he's saying, but at least, like, there's substance to what Goose is saying.
was asked about how I feel about battling Benny.
And,
my response is
I don't know if I forget if I already addressed the bar he just did. Normally I would say, like, oh, that's way too long and over convoluted. But, he's essentially referencing, Benny's slogan, which is overly convoluted, and, the ending part was kind of funny, and kind of, like, a decent observation of, like, hey, you misuse the saying in your slogan, and also your slogan's, like, kind of goofy and way too long. It doesn't really mean shit. But other than that, a decent start to his third.
Gonna be like seeing the status with 100 comments, reading everyone and laughing because it ain't got shit to do with me. A cup of tea. You called me after my last battle to praise the potential, and after we hung up, I rolled my hands like Birdman and said, these boys starting to believe. But me personally, fuck giving props. I'm Stevie Wonder when it comes to giving you niggas recognition, cause I can't see y'all. Fuck giving props. I'm Stevie Wonder when it comes to giving you niggas recognition, cause I can't see y'all, but y'all can see me. Niggas cap about what they do from afar till we up close personal. Guns under the chin. Watch them go from Lucas to Dodge. That's a nigga to a bitch. That's my identity key. All battle, I'ma rap about how you would get your ass kicked or shot, King, Rodney, or Martin Luther.
Like, that's a pretty decent bar. It would be fire if that was, like, the punch. I wouldn't have used that because obvious reasons, but other than that, if I were to use that for whatever reason, that would be, like, a really good punchline. It's kind of weird that he used it as a setup there, because that was, like, a good name flip, and, like, I don't know, it could have been, like, a really good punchline if it was set up nicely.
That was hard.
All battle,
Hey, be aggressive with him. He can't be aggressive with back. Stay in the camp. Let's go.
Let's get it.
Keep that energy. Go.
Let's go.
all battle, I'ma rap about how you would get your ass kicked or shot, King, Rodney or Martin Luther. Rounds full of horror and suspense like it was composed by Stephen King. And shit's about to get even spookier. You get in front of this
the Stephen King flip is cool. It's just the word spookier. It's kind of goofy, I'm not gonna lie. It's just not a word that like people really use in daily life. Like I've never been in like one room and been like, oh, this is a spooky room. Then went into another room and like, oh, this is an even spookier room. Like if I ever like spookier, it doesn't even sound natural. It doesn't feel natural to say. It's not a word that no one, like anyone uses in daily life or in general. So it's just kind of a goofy and off-putting word, and kind of sucks that you had like a pretty good setup, and then the punchline to that was spookier. You know what I mean? So
Cameron do all that talking like you Larry King, but we know it ain't you.
That was nice.
It's a lady who's really with the shits and the real shooter. She ain't around in this up. You remind me of that chicken Boys in the Hood played by Regina.
So like Benny throws gang signs at like the weirdest times, but okay. Like why Larry King though? Like this is like a weird time to throw it at, like, alright. Other than that, the Larry King line, the Regina King, pretty decent. Flips could be used a little better. Nah, the Larry or whatever one was pretty good.
King, asking can we have one night when nobody's fighting, nobody getting shot. Dope boy voice. Shut up, bitch. I don't see none of that happen in the foreseeable future. Now, if I heard correctly, which I'm almost positive I heard correctly, against ABM you said something. Fuck you talking about? Something. If I get in trouble, my girl gonna call her daddy, and the police gonna come running.
That's a fact.
Well, now I know who not to call on if ever my life is in danger. The nigga that when he's in trouble calls on the ones that's killing us on camera and getting away with it for a fucking favor.
Bro, that's fucking fire. Like, I don't want to get into like that whole race thing and shit. Like, if you watch this channel, you probably know, like, I'm pretty, behind BLM and all that shit, you know? I'm pretty supportive of the Black Lives Matter movement and shit. And, like, a bar like that, I believe that was, like, right after George Floyd, too. Like, Jesus, dude. Like, that's fucking... And the fact that Benny said facts, I'm just gonna say real quick my personal opinion on like saying, oh, I'll go to my girl, which let's be straight, as a bunch of masculine men saying I'm gonna go to my girl, it's kind of goofy. Let's be honest, fam. If I'm like, being an asshole to someone and someone's like, don't make me go to my girlfriend, I'm probably not gonna stop being an asshole to them. Just saying. Probably be an asshole to your girlfriend too after that. And then like, I'm not a huge fan of police officers. I'm not a fan of fucking police officers using their power in a way that's not fucking good for society. Like, you know what like, that's clearly not what they're supposed to be doing. So you're essentially being for police corruption, which no one should be for, no matter what color. And it's just like, the whole bar is pretty fucking damning to say outright. And then the way Goose flips it there, at the time that he flips it, like, I don't know. I mean, like, they're reacting, but that should have fucking just been like, that's a haymaker, dude. Like, Goose, if you watch it, that's the best line Goose has ever written, in my opinion, or from what I know. You know, I don't think I've seen all of his battles, but as far as on Dignity, that's probably one of the most impactful, like poignant, fucking personal bars that like just like makes a point on top of a point, and then like it was wrapped pretty fucking well. And I'm pretty glad he didn't over congest it there. He didn't like fall into some of his writing traps that would have definitely took away from that bar. But like the way he fucking did it and the way it fucking landed and everything about it was fucking fire. Like that. Yeah, that's a fucking. Here's the thing. I think I said this every round so far for Goose, which is actually a cool thing to notice. Goose has had the strongest bar of the round the strongest bar of the battle so far in every round. So in the first round, he had the strongest bar. And then by the second round, he went even further and had stronger bars on that. And then this third round, he has like a fucking crazy haymaker, and that's just super cool. If you're gonna do 3 rounders and have like a structure to it, that's a super cool way to do it, because every round you're just, like power scaling. Fucking, you ever watch an anime and you're like, all right, cool. I hope that one day Goku can be a Super Saiyan, and then you age 10 years and he's punching God in the face or some shit. I don't know. But, power scaling. Yeah, just super fire. The bar was fire. I'm glad he saved it till the 3rd round. And, yeah, just super fucking fire.
When a nigga rapping, you gotta be quiet.
He said it's a fact.
Gotta be quiet when a nigga rapping.
It's a fact. And just for that, I'll beat you the fuck up. And that's for your female dog. She just out here running around fucking loud. Completely off the chain. What you done taught her? I know a dog trainer I can send it to. After she done taming that bitch and to put her on a leash, I bet she won't disrespect the soul again after Molly Walker.
Bro, I like this little nigga. Bro.
Not the most fire follow-up, but like it definitely is capitalizing on the energy. Goose definitely owns the room at this point. Like, Goose can just, as long as he keeps that energy, he didn't even have to rhyme there. Let's be fucking straight. He could have just said anything he fucking wanted. He could have just screamed, and your girl's a fucking hoe. Like, it didn't even have to be fire. It didn't have to, like, at that point, when you say something that's like a huge fucking haymaker, you own the room at that point. You can just do whatever you want with the room. I mean, you can't just do it forever, but you know what I'm saying. At that point, it really doesn't matter what he said on that part, because the part prior was so fucking good, and he's just sticking to that energy and kind of keeping us all in the room with him. So, yeah, super fucking fire there.
Like him, G. I like him, bro.
I crossed state lines and came and committed a crime. I caught a body. Now come see me on the next card and see which one of these motherfucking battle rappers is next in line, nigga.
Better hope it's not me, my nigga.
Let's go,
That was
Benny.
pretty fire. That was a nice way to end it and all that shit. I mean, I don't know, the last couple lines were just wrap-up lines that weren't really a bar or anything, but it was just like a kind of like a nice outro. Yeah, I mean, pretty fire. Pretty fire.
I like you.
Pull it down.
It's a marathon.
I like y'all.
It's a marathon. It's a marathon.
Pull it down. This is it.
In terms of like the marathon thing, the way Goose did it here is actually like the way it kind of works is like he spread out all his best material in the right way that escalated. And yeah, like when you're gonna go like the kind of marathon route or whatever, that's definitely the way to do it. Some people like to completely stack around, and like it is different for each person. And each person approaches it differently, but as far as like the whole marathon taking your time approach like that, he did it right.
He can't do that.
Let's go, Benny.
Hey, that was cute.
All right, hold it down. Hold it down.
Talk your shit, Benny. It's the marathon. What you saying? This shit is marathon, nigga.
Let's go, round 3.
Here's a little thing too. Before this battle, Goose had like a reputation of not being good at all. Like, let's just be fucking straight here. Goose had like just a shit reputation for a while, and like he had like a couple problems choking at first. He got over that, but even still, like, his reputation wasn't quite up to like where his actual level was. And then this battle got put together. Meanwhile, there's a video of Benny yelling at me trying to enjoy a drink, saying he would never battle Goose like a fucking month before this. And then, you get set up to battle Goose. No, not like a month. I think it was like maybe 3 months before that. And then like they set up to battle Goose like fucking right after. He's like, I would never battle Goose. No amount of money would ever make me battle Goose. $500, yeah, I'll battle Goose. It's like, all right then. But anyway, so Goose, he was in a position of, he had some bad battles, but then he improved and was trying to make his, general reputation, the way people thought about him, kind of go up along with where his talent has gone. And this battle was kind of where he started to get that fucking respect back. You know what I'm saying? So this going in, a lot of people were saying like, oh, Benny's just gonna 3-0 body bag him and it's just gonna be embarrassing, blah blah blah. No. I already got Goose up 2-0. Goose just had 3 clean rounds, all of which had better material than the last. All of them had at least one huge fucking haymaker that was the best part of the battle so far. Like, that's a way to fucking grab reputation, man. You know what I'm not even like, and when I mean reputation, I don't even mean like the number of people looking at you. I mean the way the people who are looking at you look at you. Like the people who knew you know you in a new way now because of this fucking battle. And that's cool as fuck to see. Like, that is like the whole underdog story. And so like, even if he did end up losing, the performance that he gave here was good enough to, like, in my opinion, overshadow some of his less good performances. So that was just super cool to see after seeing 3 clean rounds from Goose that were just really good. There were some of his problems that I think he could still work on were, still relevant, but they weren't so bad that they were ruining anything. And he got over all his biggest issues. And it was just kind of like a cool, I guess you could say, comeback story. And yeah, so super cool. Good job, Goose.
Boy, hey,
Go.
that shit was cute. That's what 7-4 that shit. That's respect. Hey, but look. Hey, look, check this out. Hey, check this out. Hey, look. I was just diagnosed with diabetes. Oh. And I like this battle. That's some shit that I gotta fight through. And for those who didn't know, I can't get rid of it. It's some shit that I gotta carry for the rest of my life, dude. The news almost crushed me. But it's genetics. I got 3 boys and 1 on the way. So in a way, I'm kind of fighting for their life too. So if you thought I was coming in this bitch on some sweet.
Okay, real quick. Just because it's genetic, do they already have it? That's not, like, unless they already have it, that's kind of a stretch of a statement. Like, if you were saying, like, oh, I have to prepare for it, that would be one thing. I'm gonna try to not make fun of the fact that diabetes isn't really, pulling on my heartstrings. Like, man, I think I've had an okay life, but diabetes isn't something that would really draw sympathy from this well of despair over here. I don't know. Just saying that. But even in terms of the bar itself, it's like, I guess you're kinda, I understand the concern of a genetic thing being passed to your children. That's definitely a realistic concern I can understand. It just seems like the whole one, I don't like anyone doing I don't like, dude, I said it when Buddy tried doing the whole I wanted to kill myself thing in the last fucking video too. It's just kind of corny to try to like invoke sympathy or empathy from people in that way. I don't really think like battling is the place for it most times, and if you do it, it has to be kind of fire. Otherwise, it just comes across as kind of corny. And I don't know. Again, it doesn't really make sense. Like, how are you fighting for their life? Again, there's a difference between being concerned and actually fighting for their life. And also, with diabetes, you're not fighting for your life. Let's chill on that, bro. Like, it's not cancer or anything like that. Let's fucking calm down. You basically check your blood sugar and stay away from sweets. If that's a fight, that's a pretty passive kind of fight. I'm not gonna try to be mean about it. It just, if you're gonna try to grab my sympathy, it's a weird, not great way to do it.
Shit, newsflash, nigga, I ain't the type to. This
And yeah, like, that's not sweet. I'm not the type to. It's an okay punch. Honestly, it would have been a lot better if you just said something about, like, I'm diabetic, and then, got that punch off. I don't need the whole fucking sob story beforehand. If you just got to that point, that's a decent punch. I can fuck with that. But when the setup to it's corny, it kind of makes the punch a little corny too. But, out of context, that could have been a very fire punch. It's just, if it wasn't to try to make people feel bad for him or some shit, it would have been like, alright, a diabetes bar, that's relevant to yourself and cool, I guess. But when it's, like, contextualized by a plea for sympathy, it's just aggravating, to be honest. But, yeah.
His ass. Hey, nigga, I ain't the type. This nigga lame. Another bum ass nigga. I went against the grain. I was taught men stand on their own. So my code is like my bitch kicking me out. Ho, I won't forget the game. Dude trash. What? Hey, I won't forget the game. Dude trash. Nobody.
I won't forget the game. I mean, it's like, alright. I mean, that could be alright in a song. I can see that being kind of a fun line, but I don't know, in a battle, it's like, what does that have to do with Goose? What are you saying to the man you're battling? You know what I'm saying? And like, what does your diabetes have to do with Goose? Because honestly, after Goose's fucking haymaker in the last line, like, that's a pretty damning fucking bar against you, man. Like, that he went for you as a person. Like, Goose essentially said, like, bro, you're, and these are Goose's words, you know, being processed through my mind, but again, he's essentially saying, you're not a real man who goes to a girl who then goes to the police who are, you know, being very problematic and killing people who, you know, share our skin color, and obviously that's through you guys, not me. But like, that's a pretty fucking damning thing to say to someone, especially right after George Floyd. And then you're saying, like, yeah, all that, and I'm diabetic. And it's like, okay, like, it's just not I don't know. It's just not coming off as a fire response to that round.
Nobody present came here to see you spaz. I watched the footage, but I couldn't quite get a grip like New Cash. Get me? Fuck, nigga. It ain't shit you can tell me. We ain't cool. Don't dap me up. The tension thicker than bear meat. Timmy Turner. Everything he say, make believe. His homies, fairies. Bitch made. Hit his granny. Next call you get is from AARP. He a rare breed. This whole capping. This whole capping. Crisscrossing with me. This whole backwards. You ain't hear me? I put this bitch in a box. Them closed captions. Let them know you got yourself into some shit you wasn't ready for. If I tell you this piece will show you the light, it ain't a metaphor. That's real life.
Peace will show you the I mean, I guess that's kind of a metaphor to begin with. I'll give it a point. It's not horrible. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but not the most sensible either.
You got battle bodies. Ho, I got real strikes. Even though I'm fucking you up in this battle, bitch, I will body you in real life. This dude's a loser. Super trooper. Lil nigga. Oompa loompa. Fuck your resume. I'm no... Keep going. This dude's a loser. Super trooper. Lil nigga. Oompa loompa. I'm little nigga. Oompa loompa. You
got it, Bane.
Hold on. I'm all right.
Super Trooper Oompa Loompa is like, okay. I don't know. He's taller than you. So, I mean, if I was gonna say someone was shaped like an Oompa Loompa, you know, out of you two, it wouldn't be Goose. Just fucking saying.
Little nigga, Oompa Loompa. Fuck your resume. I'm known for spinning shit and fucking up blocks. Home a Rubik's Cube, but fuck I lost you losing. Fuck I lost you losing. On the 6, I'm Hoover's Trooper. Everywhere I go, I come with a sack. Bitch, I am Duke the Shooter. Your luck is up. Hey, your luck is up.
That was okay. Duke the Shooter, okay. Okay. I mean, even with some of the gang shit, gang shit doesn't make it good. Let's address that too. Even if you say gang shit, it still has to be fire. But it wasn't bad. Bit esoteric to the
your luck is up. It's the fist of the bank. I'd rather knuckle up. This prom night. I know when pussy walked through the door that I would fuck you up, or we can spread out, or we can spread out. Fuck long range. Close when I shoot the weapon. Long came, but it fit in the pants. Heard you like 211s, the 40 blow. What? Look, hey.
That was okay. I fuck with that one, actually. That was a good bar.
Let's go.
Long can.
Keep going.
Long can, but it fit in. Long can, but it fit in the pants. Heard you like the 40 blow.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a bar I would write. Long can, fit in the pants, but are you like 211? Like, that's almost a Johnish bar. I like that bar, actually. I fuck with that. Yes. I mean, see, I'm not fucking biased. It's just like, if it makes sense, if it's good, I fuck with it. That's a good line. Not just because I like alcohol and Steel Reserve, but because, like, it's a good line. I mean, he could have expanded with, like, Steel Reserve. I reserve Steel, like, you know, whatever. Other than that, I fucks with it.
Blow. Shouldn't have been dicking around. This ain't a glory hole. Headshot.
That's goofy. I was hoping there were gonna be a couple more lines I can give you. Yeah, dicking around, it's a glory. It's like, okay. Like, you wrote that, fam. You wrote that. I'm just throwing that out there.
Hey,
Let's go.
the 40 blow. Shouldn't have been dicking around. This ain't a glory hole. Headshot. Kill your bitch ass in real life.
I'm pretty sure 40 isn't the gun. Like, 40 is the drink, but I'm pretty sure it's 44. Well, I know 44 is a thing, but I don't think 40 is also a gun. And I guess you can say the 40 to reference the 44 if I'm gonna give you points just to be nice. But again, you can't just say any number and hold a gun up and be like, oh, well, let the fucking 1,832.7 blow. And it's like, bro, come on. Not all numbers are guns. That's not how that works.
Have one of my niggas finish a story mode. Not the same.
That's okay.
Not the same.
Keep going, baby.
Hey,
That was
we
a
not
little
the
corny.
same. We not the same. I was raised in the streets. I got a lot of game. I'm schizophrenic. And 8 of the billion paper boy, you gotta know how to aim. Hey, ain't you one of the folks? Shit. So was ABM and Duke. And if any one of you niggas got me losing any one of them battles, all you niggas in violation, if you ain't catch the way I was dropping lit. 215-19. Giving this nigga a 14-40. You know you got yourself into some shit when it's accepted.
That was pretty fire. I fuck with that. Like, you can do more of that. That would be fucking cool. But nah, he calls people ice cream cones and weird shit like that, bro. Like, dude, more of that would be fire. I don't know how he finished it, but like, it was a fire setup so far.
Benny, keep going. Benny, keep rapping.
Nothing about that.
Benny, rap.
You know nothing about that.
Rap, Benny, rap.
Real quick, I don't like talking gang shit, but y'all ain't as esoteric as you think. Oh, well, maybe just because I'm from Illinois. Maybe that might be why. But, like, y'all say, like, gang shit that's like, yeah, well, you know, who do you think I've been partying with, man? Like, I party with everyone. So, like, I hear all this shit. It's just, whatever.
That's a different language.
Maybe it's just more Illinois shit than gang shit, but, like, you know, it's just all super funny how they're like, oh, you don't get it. It's like, all right, Not gonna admit on camera I do, but
team. Giving this nigga a 1440. You know you got yourself into some shit when it's a session you cannot attend. Brand new 40. Let's go! Let's go! Go!
Keep going, baby.
You know you got yourself into some shit
ended better, but yeah. Setup was fire.
when it's a session you cannot attend. Brand new 40. I named it Stella. Though she fucked a lot of niggas, the whole monogamous. So how you want it? Stuffed with lead or pumpkin head? No matter. The nation sent me to neutralize the witness, nigga. Hey, yo, what?
Keep going.
Yo, Molly. Did he like
Alright.
that? Was fucking
I can fuck
crazy.
with that.
You don't know shit, like I said. Hey, yo, Molly. He didn't let you know I was the nigga he had to face? You just let him tie his noose. That's why I don't fuck with you, bitch. Y'all play by a different kind of rules. I'm convinced that
The camera probably died, so this is probably someone's phone footage.
you a battle rap groupie. And that there's a different side to you. Yeah, hey. I figured a way to get Molly pop. You just gotta get off the goose, nigga. Keep the battle rap.
A way to get Molly pop is get off the goose. Did I hear that right? That's kind of decent. I can fuck with that. Probably the best goose flip of the battle. I still don't think his third round was enough to overshadow just the one bar that Goose said in the last round, though. So yeah.
Oh, shit. That was your haymaker.
What is this bitch talking about? Hey, keep it battle rap. I don't rap to battle rap. Getting your feelings over battle rap, you will get trapped over battle rap. In the streets or in the ring, you can die. It's a snap effect. They put you in front of kings just to die. Imagine that.
Is that his new slogan? Did he finally get rid of the old one that was kind of goofy? Because that's actually a pretty decent slogan. I can fuck with that. That's a decent, you know, kind of original. Still a little long, but, you know, not bad. A lot better than the other one. I still gotta say, like, 3-0 Goose. I will say, other than the cringy weird part at the beginning of that round, that was probably his best round from Benny. I would say his third round would have beat Goose's first or second. But, I mean, Goose's third was fucking crazy, so not even his whole third, just like the last couple lines were fucking really heavy. So yeah, I still think Goose won 3-0. The controversy, nah, I won't put that out. But yeah, Goose 3-0. It was a fun battle though. The energy was good. I wish it was capitalized on a little more instead of just, you know, it being awkwardly pushy, whatever nonsense. But yeah. Oof, this is a long ass fucking video. I tried to be nice as I can be. But other than that, peace.